Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Biella Party Heaven. Welcome back guys. If you're new to my channel guys, please subscribe, watch this video, share this video. Sorry, you're already watching. Share this video, tell your friends, tell your colleagues in the balloon industry, tell everyone about my channel and let this channel help it grow, please guys. Anyway guys, welcome back to this beautiful setup I did. So you could see I just brought a cardboard, like a backdrop kind of thing. This is like a printed kind of backdrop. It's made out of Corex, so a printer, any usual printer should be able to do that for you. So you would see that it's not as, it's not as high. I think the printer got the sizing for the height, got it wrong. It was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be 190 centimeter, but I think it made it 150. But as you know, your girl, I always say it's always good to like think on your feet, and what doesn't have a mouth cannot be smarter than you. So what I did was I took one of the, the mesh backdrops I have in the house. So I used Velcro to attach the Corex to my backdrop stand. So when you're trying to get stuff like this done and you do not have, because some people that make stuff like this, they don't really know how to like make it stand. They don't know how to make it into a freestanding stand. So when that happens, you have to just, think of ways you can explore and, make use of what you need. So you would see that I am attaching Velcro to the back of the Corex. And all I just need to do is just, stick it to the frame and it stays put. But for added security, just for my own peace of mind, the other thing I did was I took one of the hooks, the hooks I'm always talking about. I attached it to the back of the Corex, and then I used the 260Q to link it to the backdrop, since the backdrop is a mesh one. So definitely it would, just for extra reinforcement to make the backdrop stay without any issues. So the Velcro and the hooks was what I used to attach the backdrop fully. So the other thing I'm going to talk about again, guys, is the other backdrop. You would see that I have like another Chera backdrop on the side, the pastel blue one. I'm going to just show you how I'm going, because it isn't a freestanding MDF board. It isn't freestanding. The guys that made the backdrop for me, they didn't know how to make it freestanding, so they created a base. But when I tried to use, that's my client's friend, she's such a funny person. I was saying to her, I'm doing a recording and all of that, and she said, okay, let me say hello to them. Anyway guys, moving on. So the MDF backdrop, the blue one, the one leaning on the door, as you can see it, and you could see I have some frames, some stands right at the back there. Those stands, I've had it for many years. I've had it for like I think I've had it for like 8 years. The company that made them don't do them anymore. So I've got a couple of them. I don't even use them because, we don't really like do balloon arches, like full traditional balloon arches anymore. A lot of people want organic, and most of the time you don't even need frames to do your organic garlands. So when I decided on, because this setup was very last minute. Clients didn't tell me what she wanted until like maybe like 4 days or 5 days to the event. So I had to like think fast on what I was going to do. So, and I had this MDF backdrops at home. Like I mentioned earlier, the base they created for me wasn't holding the backdrop stand well enough. So what I did was I decided to like create, another option. First, I painted the backdrop myself. So what I did was, because it was just a straight up MDF. So you could ask a carpenter or even go online and just search for, cut MDF, or on eBay, just search for, MDF cuts or MDF board, and a lot of them, they'll cut it into shape for you. So just tell them the shape you want. Most of them won't know how to make it freestanding for you, or the ones that would know how to make it freestanding might make it too expensive. So when they do cut it for you, get it painted. So I painted mine. What I did was, I know some people would paint without using a primer, but I painted. I first applied my primer, and then I applied the paint. It took me a while to do that. My first time, and my hands were like really aching. So you would see that the backdrop, I am putting it on a frame, the 2 frames I mentioned earlier. So what I did was, I first used Velcro to stick it on, and then I took the clips. I've talked about these clamps. Yeah, the clamps I've talked about in my other videos. I clamped it. So I clamped the backdrop frame. If you zoom in, I don't know if you're watching this on your phone, you can actually zoom in. You will see that there's this black stuff at the bottom. So I clamped, I clamped it at the bottom and then at the top to the stands. Yeah. So you could use, if you don't have a flat base stand like I have used here, you could use your IKEA stand too. But I prefer a flat base stand. So if you have like the the Qualitex one, the Aeropoles, or your backdrop frame stand, so just clamp it to the board and the board will stand firm. Yeah. And then I also apply the hooks I mentioned earlier. I then use a 260Q to tie, the hook to the frame stand again. I don't know if I'm making sense. If you don't understand what I've just said, if it's too much gibberish, guys, just ask me in the comment section and I would reply you as soon as possible. And that was what I did, because like I said, the base wasn't working. If you could see that the smaller one has got a base, so the smaller one worked. And then I realized that painting the board on the base helped it to stand. So these boards were cut by a local, carpenter, or someone that, works with MDF. So it's not something that is, if you can't do the cutting yourself, if you're not that handy, like into getting, what's it called? If you're not the type that is into getting, cutting stuff yourself, you could just get someone who works with MDF to do the cutting for you, and then you just use this method I've used and you're good to go. So next I start arranging my balloons. So a lot of times when I create like this, I really do not know how it's going to look or how I'm going to work the whole look, but as I create, it starts coming together. So what I was just doing here was to stack the colors I wanted to be like next to each other. I didn't talk about the theme of this party. The theme is called Little Baby Bomb. I think babies love it, and it was for a 1st-year-old birthday party. So the normal colors are the traditional rainbow colors, but because I didn't want to use the traditional rainbow colors, I had to use pastels, and I think it worked out really fine. All I did was to research on the internet, and I saw, in fact, the backdrop was inspired by another balloon artist. I can't remember her name now, but the backdrop, that is the backdrop design that was used to do that, the cutout, the Corex board, was inspired by another balloon artist. She used it, and that just helped me to put together everything I wanted to do. So once again, if you're creating a theme or you're doing a styling, there's nothing wrong with you researching on Pinterest or Instagram. Just put in the theme in the the search area, and everything you need about that theme would come up, and everything will, and you are able to like build on that. So that's a big thing for me. I research, I get my ideas based on looking at what other people have done, and then I put it together and I make it my own. I think that's what everybody does. So yeah, we all get inspired by what someone else has done, and then the main thing is just to make it your own, and just don't create word for word what someone else has done. So the next thing I did, obviously the mesh bit is, the bottom part is showing. So the aim for me is to make sure that mesh part has balloons, showing there to help make the theme work. So I just kept on attaching the clusters of balloons to the first one I've attached to the backdrop. So for attaching the balloon, all I did was to use the hooks I'm always talking about. You can find the hooks in my Amazon store. Link to my Amazon store is in the description. So just keep on stacking clusters like I'm doing here. Guys, just know, even at this moment, I had not even figured out what I was doing. I wasn't sure of what the look is going to end up being, end up looking like, but I just knew I wanted a certain kind of look. I didn't know how I wanted the backdrops to look to, or how I was going to link the balloons to one another. But I'm just going to stop talking here, and I want you guys to just enjoy the video. If you have any questions, remember you can ask me in the comment section. The colors I've used here is double stuffed, orange and white, dark blue and white, standard green and white. No, not actually, winter green and white. No, spring green and white, and then pastel yellow and white. So that's all the colors, or just standard yellow and white. That's all the colors I've used for this setup, and the theme is called Little Baby Bum. Remember to ask me questions in the comment section. Please share this video, guys. Please share this video. Let me know if you love watching my Create With Me video tutorial, because I believe when you watch videos of me on the actual job, it helps a great deal. Instead of me just doing a tutorial, from my house. Remember to subscribe if you're new to my channel. I have seen that a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. And if you're not subscribed, you're not helping this channel grow. And if this channel is not growing, I'll get tired of putting videos on it and I'll just stop. So please, guys, remember to share, show me some love, share this video. Watch it till the end if you can. Drop a comment. Do not just watch without dropping a comment. Like, and I'll see you on another video. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye.
time like this. Make it